Hello, this is Harry Hobson, President and CEO of Plymouth Harbor.
And I'm Karen Novak, the Administrator for Strategic Health here at Plymouth Harbor as well.
Good. Thank you, Karen. Karen, today we're going to once again give a update. Everything that we talk about here will be in the hands of our residents and team members, and it will probably be in their hands by the time they see this video. What we're going to do is once again do a campus update, which I think is always good to do. I'll also go through and share some additional vaccination clinic activities with our audience. And then also we've got some new parameters now for gathering sizes that I believe will please a lot of people. So with that, Karen, why don't we go ahead and get started?
I love when we can start a video out saying we have no positive residents here at Plymouth Harbor. We do, however, have 6 of our residents that are under observation, and this is just due to coming back from the hospital. This is our normal protocol. They are all asymptomatic, and we expect them out of that observation period any day now. We also have 2 staff members that are positive. One staff member is in Smith Care Center, and the other one is actually a contracted therapist who works in the Smith Care Center as well as some of the other areas. Currently, 1 team member that is under observation. Believe it or not, everybody is asymptomatic, so we are very happy to hear that. They do check in with me each and every day, and we're looking forward to having them back, probably next week, Harry.
Good. No, that is good news. Karen, regarding our vaccination clinics, which have been very, very active and successful, I might add, we do have another one coming up this Monday, which will be February 22nd. And on that day, it'll be primarily focused on the booster vaccine. And we'll have over 400 folks that will be coming through our clinic. Really, our plan is in place. As you know, we just left a meeting a short time ago to make sure all the final plans were in place. Now, following that, we will still have 2 remaining vaccine clinics. And again, those will be for booster vaccines. And those are March 5th and March 15th, respectively. And, you know, Karen, by the time we conclude this project, we're going to have well over 2,000 vaccines that we would have administered, again, first and also the booster.
We've been very lucky to have such a great partner with CVS that they've allowed us to be able to have this opportunity to provide those vaccinations to a number of people. Also, the dedicated people here at Plymouth Harbor, our team has been absolutely amazing and dedicated to making sure that it flows so nicely and so smoothly, and their energy is just abundant.
I agree with you, and I know CVS, our partner, feels the same way. Well, like for example, on Monday, the 22nd, we'll have the large clinic again, and we know the pharmacy technicians will be here Sunday, working most of the day, inputting all of the information, so they'll be teed up for Monday morning. So we just can't ask for a better partner. So it's been wonderful. So, Karen, I'm going to move to some news that I know that will be well received by our residents, and that has to do with some new parameters for gathering size. Last week, we did talk about small group inside gatherings, and we said should not exceed 10 attendees, socially distanced, and that means also wearing masks. Most of these gatherings take place around campus, including colony rooms, the mezzanine area, and the chapel. But what we're announcing now is that we are also going to support what we'll call moderate size gatherings. Those would not exceed 20 participants, and primarily we're looking at the cafe, the bistro over Northwest Garden, and also Pilgrim Hall, our theater. So if you have a group that you'd like to get together in either the cafe or the bistro, please contact Franco in dining services at extension 585. Now, if you'd like to have a gathering of 20 participants in our theater in Pilgrim Hall, please contact our Wellness Center at 252. So we're excited to open that up a bit more. I know that's going to be appreciated by all of our residents.
Absolutely. We want to remind you, even though we all have been vaccinated, we still must wear those masks during those meeting times, as well as keeping that social distance of that 6-foot perimeter. All of those measures are still very important to help us get rid of COVID here in Sarasota County.
That's right. And, I was asked by the leadership if we would pass on another reminder again, and it's a good one. And that is that when we talk about wearing your mask, could you demonstrate the proper way of wearing the mask?
Absolutely. We want to make sure that the bridge of the mask, that little metal band, is at the top. Place it snugly over your nose and loop it around your ears. We want to make sure, again, to pinch that nose, that bridge, so that it fits snugly against your cheeks. This is not going to work. This is not going to work. But remember, cover your nose, cover your mouth, and keep it as snug as possible. The CDC has actually come out with some new guidelines saying double masking is okay if you utilize a surgical mask and then put a cloth mask over the top of it. Ideally, the more layers, the better it is. We want to make sure that we keep everybody safe here at Plymouth Harbor. So if you do not have a KN95 mask or an N95 mask, please remember to double up your masking. If you have any questions at all as to how to do that, come to Home Care. We'll be glad to show you how to do it.
Absolutely. I'm glad you went through that demonstration, because that's what I was asked to please emphasize today, that, if that mask falls below your nose, you're not protecting those around you. So
Absolutely.
Please wear it exactly like you said, Karen.
Right. We do know that coronavirus is in your nares. So if you don't have your mask covering your nose, it's a free pathway for that pathogen to kind of be excreted from your nose and project outwardly.
Right.
Even though we're vaccinated, we can still carry that virus.
Well, this is one of our more brief updates, but I think it was important that we give the campus update like we always do. And also just let the residents know they'll see some more traffic here on Monday. And when I say traffic, I also, another partner is the Sarasota Yacht Club. They're our next door neighbor. And we simply couldn't do that large group of 400 without working with the yacht club in additional parking. So we appreciate that. We go back and forth on that. I know they've got a regatta coming up soon, and we turn much of our parking area over to them. So it's a great relationship. So we always have to thank our friends next door at the Sarasota Yacht Club. And then we talked about the new moderate-sized gatherings, but it still means social distancing, wearing your mask, etc. But I think that's going to open the door for more socialization here at Plymouth Harbor. So I'm excited about it.
We're looking forward to good things, but we want to make sure that we're cautious and still keep those parameters in place at all times.
Absolutely. Well, Karen, I think that pretty much brings conclusion to this video. So would you like to take us to the end?
Sure. I'm going to pack up my sneakers because I'm going to need them on Monday for sure. We want to remind you to really keep that social distance, that 6-foot perimeter around you at all times. Remember to use those antibacterial wipes on those high contact areas quite frequently. Wash your hands. Make sure you get in there and really rub up that lather and get it going. We will also want to remind you, anytime you leave your apartment, remember to bring your mask. This is a life-saving device. Please remember, don your mask when you leave your apartment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Karen. So that brings conclusion to this video. So that means it's time to don our masks.